Hello friends of software entertainment. Today I will show you how live templates in PHP Storm improve my work. This is a lot of gamification for me, makes a lot of fun, and this is very good for my daily business. But first of all, a massive thank you for your awesome feedback to my 2 hours how to build a web page tutorial video with the Zulu project. This gives me a lot of push and a lot of fun. So when you like this video here, please give a like and share it and give me feedback about anything that I can improve. So for today there's also a little video improvement. I will use a Logitech wireless keyboard because my machine keyboard is maybe too loud and too annoying for you. In 2 hours video this was very hard. This was the first tryout, as I told you in the video, but the content was really good. And yeah, for today we will try another keyboard. So when you give me any feedback about sound, about anything you have here or what is good, please do this in the comments here. For now, we will start with PHP Storm live templates. First of all, I want to say this is a really great feature and everybody is using PHP Storm live templates all the day. So first of all, let us check out live templates on PHP Storm. So press Shift and then you can enter live templates, and here we go for the live templates. So you see here many live templates for different kind of programming language. So you see here many different kind of live templates for the different programming languages. Maybe PHP is popular, and there you have an for each with key template. So when you will write for each with key, you will see here 3 variables. A variable is starting with $1 and end with $1. You can just define the variables. When you use the same name 2 or 3 times, you will have something like a multi-cursor who writes on different places. And there's a special variable called end, and this variable is the endpoint where at least the cursor is to start with your own work. So Zulu CMS is here just an example. On other CMS or whatever kind of tools, you will have similar challenges that you need templates to define something. Also there's a lot of stuff in HTML or JavaScript or whatever you need. So when you want to do something repeatable and not copy-paste, then just use a live template. So as we see here, we have here now our property with a single page selection. And normally when we want to have, now this is here the slide button link, and when we want to add second link here, normally we will copy this here and make an Ctrl D, then a new line, and we will replace this variable name with slide second button link or something else. And now you can see that there is some challenge, because when you need maybe 5 buttons or something like this, then you have to do this 5 times, and when you do something 5 times of copy pasting, this is super annoying because you have to replace every time the name and to check out what you have to do. And the problem here is that you are even not so fast, and you have to look very exactly that you don't use wrong variable name. And this is a problem what also could be annoying in your daily work. So a much better way to do this work here is to use own custom live template. So I remove this change. And now I have selected the whole property here. And now I just press Shift and say here save as live template. Now when you start the first time, you have here to add a group. My group here is user because I'm here a user. But a better way is maybe to use your own name, because then you can simply share this live templates easy with your buddies on your work. So for now we have here this window, and here is the code area, what is just copied from my selection. Okay, I want to have this here as a variable, because this here is my trick key, and I also don't need this goal span here. This is a special setting for my layout in my custom case, and I want to have a name what is shown for the user when he is logged in to the backend. So we have here something like display, and when we are finished with our work, we want to work in the line down this property. So we will add here an end variable. Now here in this field, this is a shortcut for the Alt-J autocompletion. So I have super much live templates here, and for this video tutorial I say I make YouTube. It's good to use some kind of keys to categorize the templates. You will see here that there are Codeception templates. You will see here that there is a lot of Zulu stuff, and I also have some variables. I also have some live templates for Twig. So for now, for you, I will do an YouTube page selection. And here I also can say that I add a description. Adds a single page selection with trick key and display for the user. It's good to use here some very good description, because later you will have similar live templates. Maybe you will have this here with a code span or something other what has a little difference for this page selection, and then you can just say it very simple with the description where is the difference and what you need exactly here. Okay, I just press apply and OK. And now I have this live template on my autocompletion. So when I say Alt J, oh, it's Control J, okay, then we have this YouTube page selection, and you see here the completion and my description. And now I just can press enter, and you see that the cursor is now in the name field. I say here is my Twig key, and I can, when I press enter, I jump to the next variable. This is a display for the user. And when I press now enter, I go to the end and can just continue my work here. And this is super good for me because now I can boilerplate anything super fast, and I don't have to be afraid of copy-paste errors. So now you know how to add live templates to PHP Storm. I will show you now some live templates that I use on my daily work super often, and what brings me a lot of power. So first of all, I often need text element here on Zulu for the editor to add some information like a headline, a subline, or whatever. So I just have a text here. I have this Zulu text, and you see here there are many similar templates, and I use here now just a simple text, and I can say, okay, my property here has another Twig key, and it's the same like it's a single page selection. I can say here is a text for the button, okay, and here I don't have an end defined, so every time I just can also improve my own live templates. Okay, this is not so spectacular, but as you see the difference here, it's just the type is different. So the templates here are super similar, and the work with Zulu is super similar, and yeah, I don't want to copy paste anything, and I don't want to write new property, because when I have a layout I need headline, subline, description, image, text area. This is something what I want to build very fast, and now I will show you how I can handle this. Yes, we can just scroll down here to see how this works. So I will add a headline, Zulu headline. The Zulu headline has here some little improvement, because the name, the key for my Twig, has now headline. So I can say this is the slider headline. and I press enter, and it's only the display for the user is only headline, because I know this is a headline. It has the special param headline, and then this will be bold in the backend, and there will be a special focus on it and the layout. After this, I will add a subline. A subline is nearly the same than a headline, but I can say this is a slider subline. And now I have here slider headline and slider subline. This both are text line elements, and one of them has the property headline to be a headline in the backend. And now I also can add a description, so I have a text area. You have here a text editor. This is some more complex element. I can say here, this is my description, and say here description, and now it also is ready, because the rest I don't need to check where I can copy it. I have to open my browser, check the pseudo documentation, or I have to go to another XML file here. And when I start a new project like now, I don't have here any text editor field, so I have to go to another project to copy paste me something from there, and this is super annoying. And so here I'm super fast, and when I want to add now an image, I have the property image, and this is just has a key image. What is not so real, like in the project you would say this is a slider image, or this is a footer image, or whatever, a team member image. You will give them a better key, and this is ready. And as you see, I only have to type, I don't know, 10 times or how much I need to press my keyboard, and just add the key and the display value, and then it's finished. And this is so cool. But stay here, because there is a much cooler feature I will show you right now. So if you want, you can make much more complex live templates. As you see here, we have this, where is it? It's too high, I think. The single page selection. This is a field where you can select a link to go directly here on the backend on a page. And you can imagine that you need single page selection and something like a text on a button. Yes, you can something like buy it, or get more information, or contact, or whatever you want to jump on the front end to the selected page. And so I go down here to have a better overview. I have here now a template, link and text to page. So sudo link text to page. Link text and page, oh, why is it that way? To an internal page. So if I enter now, I have a really complex thing, because now I have two properties. The first property is a button text, and the second property is a button link. It has a call span 6 to be in one line. And now we have here the same variable name. So when I enter here something, it also will be here on line 165. So check this out. Awesome. Enter, and now I have this two properties, and I need this very often. So when you can imagine that you have a slider, and the slider every time has a button and a target. And every time when I add a slider, I just can say, give me link and text to URL. And this is so powerful. So let us check some other examples, because XML files is maybe not the thing that you use in your daily business. But maybe we all are Symfony developers and we all make something with template files. So we also have this homepage Twig file here on my templates. And okay, so for me there are 3 or 4 super important live templates. First thing is to dump content. So when I want to know what is inside the slide variable here, I can just say dump. And there are 2 kinds of dumps in Twig. The first is a normal dump, what is inline in the front end. So I just can say here, give me slide. And the other is the internal dump. The internal dump is writing our things directly to the debug bar of Symfony down in the footer. Okay, that's it. The only difference is here is an output and this is an logical part. So I need this very often. Also, like when you have here some if content slide is not empty. And I need this often because yeah, you have some iterations and you only want to show things when there are items. So I also have here an empty. So I have here some Twig defined and not empty. And I have just one not empty. So what can I say when I press here the Twig not empty? I can just say here content dot slide, and now I have to make some improvement here, I think, because this would be better when it's inside. So let us do this just now. Shift. We have our live template. Check it out. This was under Twig. This is a Twig and not empty. So we will add here an end. Apply. So we just have an end here now, and for now this is working much better. So same way, empty, check it out here. Now we can say content dot slides is defined and not empty, and now we have this here with the right endpoint. So I hope live templates will work for you and you see how powerful they are. So massive thank you for your audience. Give me feedback, like this video, share this video, and if you want to have all my live templates of Zulu, Codeception, and a whole dump and export of this, just write me on Slack here or everywhere where you can find me and ask me about my live templates, and I give you the zip file. This is not the problem. So see you next time. Keep green and have fun.